Yes, and welcome in to One on One, New York's longest running sports call-in show.
Coming live from the Bronx, this show is part of New York's history. Students have been producing it at Fordham University since 1974. These are just some of the students who have been drawn to Fordham for decades specifically to work at WFUV, the campus radio station. It's a station where some of the nation's top journalists and sports broadcasters were trained. But WFUV is known nationally not as a training ground for Fordham students, but for its music. It's one of the most popular adult alternative music stations in America. Although it broadcasts on the 90.7 FM dial in New York, it's digitally streamed on the internet. The station is professionally run, but students take part in all factors of WFUV's operations.
President Donald Trump is preparing for tomorrow's 4th of July celebration.
More than 150 students are currently working in the music, sports, and news departments, giving them a taste of broadcasting.
Hey everybody, I'm Chuck Singleton. I'm the general manager at WFUV.
Chuck Singleton, who's been the WFUV's chief executive since 2012, says the station does many things to please its audience while serving the university.
There are two components to what we do. So one is programming, primarily in the form of music discovery, which is something that we are known for within New York and the New York Metro, and also across the United States. And there are other programming components as well. Local sportscasting and news coverage are two of those. And then on the other side, what you might describe as more of an internal portion of the mission, which is preparing the next generation of media professionals.
Singleton says that he loves the students' contribution to the radio station.
The constant infusion of energy and ideas that we get from students across the station who come from all sorts of different backgrounds and have different interests and different experience, come to the station. And as many as 70 to 85 students in paid internships every year, and about 150 that we train station-wide in a year. They make terrific contributions to the station. They keep us all young.
Jack White was pretty peeved at Spin magazine.
WFUV Midday host Elisa Ellie was one of those young people when she first came to work at the station. She says the combination of professional staff and student workers make WFUV special.
So we've got students who are just learning about broadcasting. They're just learning about doing news, journalism, sports, and they're just getting right on the air. And it's kind of like a trial by fire. You learn by doing. I mean, it's one thing to, study things and, write papers. And I think there's a great value in that. But I think you really learn by doing, and it's a fantastic opportunity. I am Elisa Ali here on WFUV this Tuesday morning with news.
WFUV Midday host Elisa Ali was one of those young people when she first came to work at the station. She says the combination of professional staff and student workers make WFUV special.
I try to be pretty knowledgeable about what I'm playing and keep our listeners up to date on any tour dates or information about upcoming albums that our artists are putting out or whether they're coming to town. So I usually like to, put in some fun little stories about what's happening and, interject things that our listeners might be interested in. There's a great new song from Brittany Howard.
Ali, who had been working at the stations for 15 years, enrolled at Fordham just to have a chance to work at WFUV. She says her job entails playing music and sharing insights.
It just hit me like all of a sudden. I was like, I love this radio station. And we were running an interview at the time. And I was like, man, can you believe this is a job that this person just gets to interview musicians and listen to music and play music all the time?
In a room full of current and future stars, WFUV works to bring music to the world and train the next generation of journalists goes on. From Fordham University in the Bronx, this is Rafi Glubazon.